Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Brian Mursky, and I am the owner of Veranda Technologies. We're here in Brick Township, and we service Monmouth, Ocean, and the surrounding counties in Jersey. So Ben and Adam have been asking me to do this one for a while. It is an important video, and we've done a lot of password-related videos recently, so this kind of ties into that. What the heck is 2FA, also referred to sometimes as TFA, or two-factor authentication, two-step verification, or multi-factor authentication? Goes by a lot of names. Sounds awfully complicated, doesn't it? It's not. It's easy. Pay attention to this one. It'll make you happier and safer in the long run. So, first of all, this is not a new concept. Two-factor authentication, the principle has been around for a long time. If you've ever gone to a website and had to enter a zip code after a credit card number, that's two-factor authentication. It's adding a layer of security, a knowledge factor layer of security, which is the zip code, onto the physical factor, which is, in that example, the credit card number. So somebody can get your credit card number. You're in stores all the time, right? You swipe your card, you go to the gas station, they take your card. They don't have your zip code. Sometimes they ask for it now at gas stations, which is a little dangerous because then you're giving that person both pieces of information. But if you're on a website and you enter a credit card number, I can make up a 16-digit credit card number and often get lucky on a website. But unless I know the address, the zip code, all of that other information, the knowledge piece, I can't make the purchase, right? So what websites are doing now, the most common form of two-factor authentication or two-step verification, is the use of either an app with a 5 to 8 digit randomly generated number, commonly a 6-digit number. Looks like those RSA keys over on the side of the screen there. A lot of people used to have those for their banks or their work. Or an app now. So Google makes a program called the Google Authenticator, which is a free app. You can download it to your phone. And the most common form of two-factor is text messaging. So let's say you go to your bank and you enable two-factor authentication, which sometimes you have to dig for. Sometimes when you log in, they tell you it's available. If you're going to a website that says they have it, say yes. Just do it. Set it up. Takes a few minutes the first time to set it up, maybe 5 to 7 minutes of your life. But then, you're much more secure after that point. And we'll explain how in a minute. So what happens is when I go to Amazon now, if I go to Amazon from a computer I've never used and I try to log in, Amazon recognizes it's not my normal computer. And they say, we're going to send you a text. I say, great, I have my phone with me. And that's the difference. You have to have the phone. So even if somebody has my Amazon password, they're not going to have my phone. If they have my phone, they may not have my Amazon password. So I log into Amazon. It says, you haven't been on this computer before, we're going to send you a text. I click yes, I get the text. There's my knowledge factor. I need that 6-digit or 8-digit number they just sent me to log into the website. So if somebody had my password but not my phone, they can't get in. So it is a much, much more secure. You need a physical thing and a knowledge-based thing. The knowledge-based thing, again, almost always a PIN. I also have on my phone Google Authenticator, which is a tiny little program. It's not going to take up a lot of space on your phone. With each site that you set up, so I have several of my sites set up, Facebook and a bunch of other things. In the app is a 6-digit number, and that number changes every, I think, 60 seconds. It might actually be 45, I should check. And it gives you the little dial you see on the screen there, and that counts down, the little pie, every few seconds ticks down and goes around, so you know how much longer that code's going to be there. So if it's in the last, let's say, 10-15 seconds, you wait for the next code. The website that you're logging into and that app on your phone are the only two things in the world that have that same 6-digit number. There is no way anybody else can log in without that code, unless they guessed the code. which randomly changes every 60 seconds. So, again, much more secure. Some sites aren't going to support Google's Authenticator. Some sites are going to make you get a text. Some sites might want you to have the RSA app. So it does get a little bit difficult in that you might have different places to go for different sites. At the very least, enable the text messaging two-factor authentication. All it means is you have to wait an extra 3 to 5 seconds for a text message, and you have to take an extra 5 to 10 seconds to type the text message and to type the code in the text message and hit login. It does add a little bit of time. It adds a tremendous amount of security. Excuse me. So sites that I know use it, that I know you're using: Facebook, Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Twitter, LinkedIn. Every one of those employ two-factor authentication. Most banks do at this point. If your bank doesn't, you should call them and say, what the heck's your problem? You should have two-factor authentication. So it's not really complicated. I mean, it's pretty easy to set up. You're going to say, yes, I want this. They're going to say, what's your cell number? You might have to jump through hoops for a few minutes to verify an email to prove that you're the owner of the phone. It's a little bit of work up front, but again, that's for your security. It's to make sure that the establishment, the organization, knows who you are, so that in the future they can trust sending a message to you and letting you log into the site. So keep an eye out for it. Again, it's not new. It's been around for a while. I'm sure many of you use it already. You just may not realize it. You might not know what it was called. Two-factor authentication, it's important. It also allows you to use, I don't want to encourage anybody using easier passwords, but your passwords obviously don't need to be as ridiculously long and complicated if you're using something like two-factor, because you need something in addition to the password to log in anyway. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call, 732-743-5772. You can always email us at helpdesk@verandatech.com. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next time on Tech Talk Tuesday.